Welcome back. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried released on a $250 million bond following his first appearance in New York federal court on fraud and other criminal charges. Let's get to Kate Rooney. She's here, in fact, with the very latest. Kate, what happens next?
Yeah, Kelly, always something new here, right? With this story, Sam Bankman-Fried is moving back into his house, his parents' house, rather, as part of his $250 million bail agreement. He appeared in a Manhattan court yesterday after being extradited from the Bahamas. He was granted bail, on the condition that he hand over his passport and stay within Northern California and certain parts of New York. He also needs to submit to mental health counseling. He's also got to wear an electronic monitoring bracelet and needs government approval for expenses above $1,000. The judge decided Bankman-Fried wasn't a flight risk since he's gained what they called sufficient notoriety, making it impossible to engage in more financial crimes without being recognized. His parents, both Stanford law professors, put up equity in their $4 million home in Palo Alto to secure that bond. You can see the house here, those aerial shots. It'll also be signed by at least one non-family member. It also needs to be total signed by 4 people. Bankman-Fried doesn't need to post that full dollar amount, but his parents are on the hook for that if he flees or fails to show up to any upcoming court appearances. The U.S. attorney called the alleged crimes a fraud of epic proportions. He said that it's the largest ever pretrial bond that they had seen. Real estate investor and Trump associate Tom Barrack's bond was actually at a similar level around $250 million. SBF's bond is 25 times bigger than Bernie Madoff's. To put it in context there, the former Enron CEO put up about $5 million. Elizabeth Holmes was set at $500,000. It comes as Bankman-Fried's top lieutenants, Caroline Ellison and Gary Wong, pleaded guilty to fraud charges and are cooperating with law enforcement. Bankman-Fried was indicted in federal courts earlier this month. His next court date, Kelly, is coming up on January 3rd.
How crucial is the fact that they've turned on him, basically?
That's key. And then we also got some new information as far as a plea deal that was unveiled today. And federal prosecutors, it says, they kept it basically sealed until Sam Bankman-Fried got on the plane so that he wouldn't avoid extradition. So knowing that, it seems like that would have been a huge factor here in his deciding to come back to the U.S. I'm told by legal experts that this really does not leave him a lot of wiggle room. These are his 2 top associates. They're not, average FTX or Alameda employees. These 2 people, Caroline Ellison and Gary Wong, would know exactly what happened here. And others, I'm told, the fact that he accepted extradition, took this bond, there are signs that he is likely willing to cooperate and may be looking to strike a deal of his own.
Right. And it's sort of like as Matt Levine was saying yesterday, that if they hadn't turned against him, they all could have tried to make the case for, hey, this is how an exchange operates. One customer just had a really big margin position. And he said, but once they flip, once they say, nope, he stole the money, it's all his fault, this was his plan, his intention, his doing, it's going to be a tough case.
Prisoner's dilemma, right? That's it could have worked that way, that if they all were on the same page. But clearly now that it's sort of everybody's singing. And the other thing that the prosecutor said this week, they were really calling other people and saying, hey, guys, we clearly have 2 of the top associates. If you're involved here and you're willing to speak, we're still looking into other people and other people close to the company. So it's not clear that any of this is over. There's other top executives that might not be culpable here.
Yeah, it's going to be tougher and tougher for him. Now the over-under seems to be on how many years he will serve. So we'll save that for next time.
Exactly.
Kate, thank you.
Thanks,
Kate Rooney.